aggressive. B-E aggressive. B-E-A-G-G-R-E-S-S-I-V-E. It's literally the only way I know how to spell it.
Yeah, I mean, songs and spelling, that's how I manage. You know how sometimes, like, you just have like, you just need a reset? You don't know how to do it. Sometimes I just feel like a really good sneeze can just, like,
Oh,
reset your whole day. I
feels
mean,
good.
when I see somebody have a big sneeze, and I mean, they just let it all go, I'm like, "Felt good, didn't it?"
Felt good, didn't it? It's the best thing to just let loose on.
Yes. Sup, sippers? Welcome back to Sip and Spiral. Grab your drink of choice. We're going to take a deep dive into the wonderfully ordinary and aggressive. So let's get into it. Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Sarah, how's your evening going?
It's lovely.
Coming
How
to
are
the
you?
end. Good. Coming to the
Good.
end.
That's awesome. What are you sipping
Yeah.
on today?
I got a nooner, little pineapple action. What are you sipping on today?
I've got a nooner, a little watermelon action, but I will not be sipping out of the can. I'll be sipping out of my wine glass.
You're fancy.
I
Cheers.
am. Cheers.
I haven't had a noon in a minute. Like, it's been a minute. Actually, that is delicious. Why did
That
I
is.
stop drinking noons?
Watermelon is not I love watermelon, but
Mm,
not in the noon flavor.
mhm.
I'm usually pretty basic with love the lemons, I love the limes, and then the black cherries.
Yeah, I've been pretty hardcore on when I've drank noons in the last 12 months, mostly lemon, but I love a pineapple. And
A
I don't
pineapple is
love
good.
pineapple. I don't love to eat like, I don't crave pineapple
Mhm.
fruit, but I love a noon pineapple.
You know what
Zesty.
you know what can throw me into immediate, aggressive behavior is
So can I.
when yes, is when I go to a full service bar that is
Mhm.
fully stocked and I order a high noon and they're like, "We have Trulies."
That's not what I asked for.
That's not what I asked for. And if I'm allowed to pay in Monopoly money, I will take that truly.
Yeah. Do you remember at my wedding reception, they were not going to have high noons there, and I had to pay
Yes.
extra to get high noons for us?
Yeah, I do. And you pick the
Place went out of
flavor.
business. Place went out of business. I kinda understand why.
Wait, did?
Yeah, they were
Oh,
yeah. Cheers. I love a high noon. Yeah, I don't mind that, or if they're like, I think something that is aggressive is when I am somewhere and I either get handed a high noon or they're like, "We have peach," and I'm like, "No, thank
oh,
you."
I love the peach.
I
You
know.
always leave me the peaches.
I do. I hate the peach so much. It feels aggressive. I don't like peach flavoring anything. It's aggressive. Which brings me to a topic that's been on my mind since we last recorded. And we talked about comfort and things that are comfortable. And we touched on a few things like high heels, uncomfortable shoes, pants with buttons, no stretch. And I started to think about all of the things that now that we're in our 40s that just feel aggressive to us. So that's what I wanna spiral on, everything that feels aggressive at almost 43 years old.
I mean, sometimes I think that there are things that are aggressively necessary, but nonetheless aggressive.
Yeah, the one that popped into my head after comfort that got me rolling was just, like, getting out of a chair. It's aggressive. Things pop, it hurts. Like, chairs became my mortal enemy. Now, don't even come at me with a chair without arms. Like, if I look and there's a chair without arms, I'm like, "Dang, what did I do to you? Why do you hate me so much?" It hurts.
So mine is more around like bar stools. I used to love to sit at the bar and I
Oh,
still do. But like if there is a chair with no back, there will be no me in it.
I go home.
I will go home. I need like lumbar support. I mean, you might catch me traveling with a lumbar pillow, but I need lumbar support.
Yeah, I need a back. Bar stools without backs feel aggressive. Also, if I go somewhere and there's standing room only, aggressive. I
I'm
need a place to sit.
kind of okay with standing room only. It doesn't feel like a personal attack unless unless there was never an option to sit. Like, if there are people that have seats, like, I'm okay with it, but, like, I don't feel like that's a personal attack.
What if I get tired and my knees start to hurt? What do I do? I'll sit on the floor.
If it fits, I sit.
So I have a whole list of things that feel aggressive.
Okay.
Chairs, standing room only is what I'm starting with, but I got a
I
whole list.
I feel like we should just take a sip and we should get aggressive. Be aggressive.
Be aggressive.
Go for it.
Overhead lights.
Oh my god, that's what I was gonna say. I call it the big light.
Right? Why is it so bright and why do we need like what purpose do they serve?
There are I have been, seeing things where people are was like, "Never, ever, 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 ever turn on the big light," and they're, like, walking around turning on all these, like, lamps and
Yes.
table things. I do love an overhead light for the ease of, like, just hit the switch, but sometimes it's always the wrong color bulb.
Yes.
It feels like I'm in
Yes.
an interrogation.
I need the option. I want the option to not have an overhead light on. Then if I
Yes.
need it, I can add it. But what is that a woman like a female thing? Because
No.
like husbands around here flip all the lights on. And I'm like, this is aggressive. Why do we need overhead lights on? There's two lamps
Okay,
there. Turn them
that
on.
is so funny because no, one of my friends, the husband is like, I hate the big light, never turn on the overhead." He will turn on 45 lamps before he turns on the overhead light, and his
Same.
wife's just like, "Turn the overhead light on." I like it for convenience, but then sometimes I can't stand it. But I think sometimes the overhead light I can sort of prefer, sometimes,
No.
situationally. I cannot stand to sit in a dark room,
No, you mean like without a lamp or anything?
like, without ample lighting.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I would prefer a dark room over an overhead light being on at
N
night when it's dark outside. I really they hurt my eyeballs. Lights hurt my eyeballs.
I like a light, bright room, however you wanna get there, but I feel like I love the ambiance of a lamp.
Yeah, I'm a lamp girl. I they just feel aggressive. I don't know what the personal attack. Like you can I feel like a fight's a brewing if you come in and you flip that light switch on and I'm like, "Oh, it's about to go down like this. Call me by my given name and throw an overhead light on and I am fight or flight mode,
Oh, yeah.
aggressive."
I think that it's aggressive that with each year older I turn, there's another doctor added to my roster that I need to
Yes.
see.
Yes, or procedure or preventative. It's another thing you gotta do.
It's like, why as I'm getting older, I should be, like, aging to perfection at this point. Like, we should just be, like, simmering at this point. But
Yes.
now I have a new doctor for this care, and now I need to at your age, you gotta start looking out for this. No, 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 I'm tired of looking out for things. I don't
I'm done
I
here.
I am simmer. I am a simmer pot now.
I'm a
I
pumping on simmer, low heat, because I am done. Yeah, and our minds, like, we're full of more wisdom. Why can't our physical bodies keep up? I agree, it's aggressive. It's like,
yes.
this doctor, that doctor, and then within your doctor, there's more appointments. It's so much.
And you need a freaking referral for everything.
You need a freaking referral for
I'm
everything.
like, if you're joining my roster, that's my immediate referral. I I'm not getting extra.
Yeah, it's so many doctors, and it's so many appointments. It's aggressive.
Yes.
Um, the Cheesecake Factory menu is aggressive, and or any restaurant menu that has more than 2 pages max. And, like, it needs to be well spaced out 2 pages. It shouldn't be like a jam-packed 2 pages. Give me less options and do it really well. But if I go
Okay.
anywhere that has, like, multiple flips of a menu, that feels aggressive. Number 1, I don't have the mental capacity to make that many decisions at that moment in my life. Number 2, I can't read it because I forgot my glasses in my other purse. And number 3, like, there is no way a place can make decent that many options of decent food.
There is like, Cheesecake Factory is on an island by itself because when when I used to travel for work quite a bit, one of the people that I traveled with loved the Cheesecake Factory, so we went there often.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I get sick of, like, ordering the same thing. But everything that I have ever had at the Cheesecake Factory is so good. So I don't know how they have a 50-page front and back menu, and it does so well, but everything is good.
It's just an
But
yeah, the I this is not a knock on Cheesecake Factory food and thing, but, like, open a menu, and I have to read it for 25 minutes. Like, it's aggressive. That many
yes.
choices, it's honestly the decision fatigue at that point for me. I d
Yes.
What's on page 2? Because 'Cause I'm done. I'm done here.
These days, when I go to a restaurant, I'm like I ask the server, I'm like, "What should I order?
Well, you know, picky
This
eater
is a
over
group
here.
project." I know.
Yeah, that's me. I ask for the 3 things, and then I order something else. How are your chicken tenders?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I just think too many things on a menu it's aggressive. Don't give me so many options.
I agree.
Mhm.
Usually when I go to the Cheesecake Factory, I get a cup of coffee and a piece of cheesecake, and that's it.
Anything after 9 p.m.
Mm, mm,
Full
mm.
stop. If you tell me if we're talking and we're going past 9 p.m., it feels aggressive to me. Like, you guys are a bunch of hooligans trying to stay out all hours of the night. It is 9 p.m. I have done my skincare, I have taken my nighttime pills, and I am, like, snuggled in bed around 9 o'clock. That feels aggressive. Any work me yes, check the clock. You're getting what you're getting right now. Any work meeting, if it's a professional environment, after 3 p.m. is aggressive. If I see somebody put
Oh,
a 4 p.m. meeting on my calendar, I'm like, "What did I do to you?" But if you invite me somewhere and it starts if there's anything that talks about a time that is at 9 p.m. or after, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but that feels aggressive. Like, I do not need to be an outdoor Wendy anytime after 9 p.m. Indoor Wendy
I'm
only.
staying out, like, a little bit later, but I it needs to start early, and I will decide how late I stay.
Yeah, I mean, even if you say, "Let's meet somewhere at 7," I'm like, "That's pushing it." 6:30 and we stay out till midnight, I have no qualms about that. That doesn't bother me a bit. But you say, "Let's meet at 7 or 7:30," I'm like, "Who do you think we are? We are not
Yeah,
22 anymore. I got places to be,
that's
AKA
bed.
my bed."
I totally agree. I
Just being
think that, anytime you make a decision that it, like, causes you to pivot or whatever, it feels like a big decision, everyone just assumes you're having a midlife crisis.
yeah.
I'm not having a midlife crisis. I can just afford to do the things that I wanna do now. And I have finally decided that I am no longer a child. So I'm making
Right.
those decisions. But big decisions or drastic changes does not equal a midlife crisis.
I could, but it's not a direct correlation at all times.
I I I don't know that I'm bought into a midlife crisis.
I think that's aggressive. I don't know. I think crisis is aggressive. I think people can get at points in their life and evaluate what works for them and does not work for them anymore. But that has nothing to do with a number on a birthday cake. That's another thing that's aggressive. Not buying me birthday cakes. Not having a
Correct.
cake on your birthday is aggressive. I ain't got time for it. But I think evaluating where you are as you get in your 40s, your 50s and 60s and beyond, regardless if you call it midlife crisis, I think it's like it's okay to evaluate and make changes. And it's also okay
Yeah.
just to do something different without it
Yeah.
being any sort of like moment in time. I agree. I've been having a midlife crisis since I've been like 25 years.
I also, like, will cut off people, like, so quick. I mean, you could look at me the wrong way, and I'm like Well, that friendship was good. I've moved on.
Have we changed the spiral into you Sarah things that Sarah is aggressive about, not things that consider it aggressive?
Well, I think,
Babe, I'm
both can be
joking, it's
true,
a joke.
but
Yeah,
I think that I no longer, like, need closure. I no longer need to give f 1st, 2nd, 3rd chances.
mm-mm,
If I am unhappy in a situation, I have no problem walking away and just, like, cutting ties.
yeah,
And 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 in most cases, I will not even look back, and I will just move on, and I'm like, "If this is how you wanna treat me or a situation that we were in, if you don't wanna talk about it, I'm open to talk about it. I'm open to
yeah,
feedback, but if you act petty towards me, you get the
saddle up,
aggression. Saddle up."
saddle up, you don't wanna bring that smoke.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think is aggressive at this moment in our lives? It's not even that it's aggressive, but, like, I small talk.
Mm.
I'm just not a fan of small talk. It is needed in certain occasions, but, like, it just feels every time I've gotta do it, I'm like, "Small talk, let's go."
Small talk doesn't bother me as much. Um, but if if there's somebody else that's also small talking, so it's not just me carrying it, I really struggle and where I will start to shut down is where I feel like I'm carrying a conversation and I'm like, if like I am totally okay if somebody's like, "Hey, I just want some silence."
Yeah,
I welcome that, but I I can small talk with almost anybody, but if I'm not getting it back, I I will shut down in the middle of a sentence. Like, I could be small talking and I can see that somebody is not 1 ounce interested, and I will stop
yeah.
mid-sentence.
And I think small talk and pleasantries are very different things. Like, I will like, pleasantries don't bother me. That is being a human and coexisting together and just like, "How are you? How are things?" Like, that's great. Small talk is like, "Do I have to ask about your weekend?" When I don't know if I think I care most of the time. Maybe that's a bad example, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like, "Oh, how's" I don't know. It feels a lot. It can feel like a lot. It can feel aggressive.
Yes. I wish that I had a better alternative to "Hey, how was your weekend? Did you do anything fun?"
I know.
That is annoying, and, sometimes and it's aggressive because, somebody will be like it's, the most embarrassing thing when somebody's like, "Okay, have fun on your trip," and you're like, "Thanks, you too." And it's like, okay, you know that you are just programmed to say the,
I know.
most basic
Mhm.
things, but I wish I had a better response or a better,
Yeah.
way to engage in small talk. I think it would change it up, but I think we're just, so programmed to
Yeah. It just feels aggressive sometimes. I don't mind. I actually don't necessarily mind it. I love pleasantries. I love pleasantries if I don't mind ever offering someone pleasantries. That makes me happy. I like to be offered pleasantries. And you're right. If you're engaging in small talk with me, I'll small talk all day.
Yeah,
I'll big talk, I'll small talk, I'll medium talk. I will talk.
I will talk.
But yeah, if the person's uninterested, then it's just like, what are we doing here?
Yes.
You ain't
So
gotta be a
similar
jerk. You ain't
Yeah,
gotta be a jerk.
but similarly, I don't I have, no nonsense communication. So, I don't need, filler words, and, if you're like, "Hey, I'm just not in the mood to talk," I appreciate that. I don't need to just fill space. I
No.
enjoy silence. I'm comfortable in the silence,
Mhm.
but there's this, I think I've always been direct, but I think there's this, shift in, other conversations of, "I just don't need this," and that might be why I can cut people off, pretty quickly, and I don't mean to, cut people off and be rude about it, but and I have an example that I can give, but I just feel like I'm much more direct and blunt, and, I feel like I've always been that way, but now I'm, I kind of, am unapologetic. Maybe I've
but you're
always been that way.
kind. Yeah, like, you're not a mean but, like, you're not mean and blunt. Like, I think blunt can carry a negative
Yeah,
connotation. I don't think it is. I mean, I think having clear, direct communication style is not being blunt or sharp. It can
yeah,
be. I think if as long as there's kindness and
yeah.
positive intent behind it, it's fine.
So, with in that same vein, like, this is what got me thinking about it because when I'm using, like an AI agent to work on things, like, you can set preferences to, like, remove these, like, filler words.
Yeah.
So I, like, put this direction in to be like so AI is always agreeable, and if
Yeah,
you
your
test
biggest
it out,
fan.
they're your biggest fan. They're like, "Oh, that's a great idea." I've literally put it in, and I'm like, cut the pleasantries. Give me straightforward feedback. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong quickly and how I can correct it." And so it's interesting because once I did that, I could put the one response in or like one question into the agent and it comes back and it's like, "Oh, that's a great question. You could do this and that's a great idea and that blah 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 and filler filler filler." And then when I changed it, it was like, "Okay, that's a mediocre idea. Here's what you need to do differently." And I'm like, "Where have you been my whole life?
Now we're talking.
Now we're
Now we're
talking."
talking. I actually wrote down AI as something that I feel is aggressive.
Mm.
Uh, I use it. I actually just think learning new technology is aggressive in my 40s. I like to be hip. I work in tech. Like that all is true. I like to I think that I'm somewhat savvy in a way, but some of the it feels like a full-time job to keep up with technology and AI and like I use things for the needs I have, but learning a bunch of new stuff feels aggressive.
Like, I feel like
Feels aggressive.
like, how quickly technology is rolling out is very aggressive, and it doesn't allow for a learning curve, and so where these, like, robots and these agents are coming out to, like, help you, I feel like it's turning us into robots because, like, I no longer need to, like, think for myself, I'm just gonna throw it in to, like, AI and have them do it. One of my friends, like, is absolutely refusing to use AI, and I appreciate her so much for it. She has somebody on her team that she's like, "Oh, I can take a look at this. Let me just, like, throw it into, like, AI or whatever."
Mhm.
And my friend's like, "No, no, 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 no. I can do the same thing that that agent is doing, and I can use my skill and help build from it." So, I, like, appreciate that she's not, like, caving, but it is getting harder and harder to not be technology dependent.
Yeah. It's hard for me to understand that world since I work in technology. You have to be technology dependent in terms of, like,
Ye
what
okay,
like, I would actually like, if someone on my team was like, "I'm not gonna use AI," I'd be like, "I think you have to find another job." Like, that's actually fundamental to what we're doing.
I don't she doesn't do it to be rebellious. She just does it because she's like, "I can do the same thing," and it's
Sure.
like a learning thing for her. Um, but do you remember, like, 100 years ago, we were sitting around talking and we're like, "Man, I wish we had a device that we could, like, look something up on," because I I just I just miss having, like, real conversations where it's like, "Oh, did this happen, or is this the right thing?"
Yeah.
And then it was, like, days later, we would come back and be like, "Oh, remember when we were talking about that the other day?" It's like our conversations, our days, it's like morning, noon, and night, boom, start over. There's no, like, carryover.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is kinda sad,
Parts of it.
but it's also aggressive that it's like,
It's aggressive. It's a lot.
yeah,
She sounds like a lot.
there's no more lingering questions. We, like, get our answer, we move on, and that's it, and we
I've
never
got a
have to
lot of
talk about it
questions.
again.
I got a lot of questions.
Yeah,
Um, in addition to technology and AI, do you know the number one thing that I think is most aggressive, which also goes to my added forgetfulness as I get into my 40s? Passwords. New
listen,
password, change your password, password has been compromised. how am I supposed to remember? And I know don't come at me with, like, you can do a key on your phone and I already said it, technology is aggressive. So, like, don't passwords are hard for me. I really do shut down when it comes to passwords.
And it's like,
Shut down.
I'm out of passwords. I'm out of passwords.
I'm out of
And it's
passwords. I'm
like,
out
"Oh,
of giving a shit about passwords.
you can't use that password. It's been used in the last 15 times." And I'm like, "I can't do the math, but if I have to change my password every 3 months,
I
there
know.
are not enough words, numbers, or letters in the US. So if I have to continue to change my password this regularly, why aren't we coming out with new letters and new words and new numbers?"
My husband's very good at passwords. Very good at passwords. Very good at being a keeper of a password. I am happy to delegate all the passwords to him. I don't wanna think about it.
Mm.
I don't want to know my if I can delegate a password to somebody, happy to do so. I'm the happiest. I hate passwords. I hate
I do
them.
too. I do too. I feel this isn't really like technology related, but it's available because of technology. But like, I feel like I cannot get through my day or mainly my week without needing the help from an influencer. Like, I'm not gullible, but I feel like I am easily influenced by things to like try new things, outfits, snacks, meals, hacks, all of these things.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
similar to Amazon, when I order like clothes or something on Amazon, 70% of them go back
Oh,
because
I
they're
don't
not.
even get along with that. They just sit in a corner until I can give them to
Oh,
somebody.
I will return. I could pull something out of a package and I'm like, this is going right back. Sometimes I don't even have to pull it out of the package. I could be like, I do not like this."
Yeah.
But, but okay, so there's this like viral snack going around or something, or maybe a meal. But this like girl is a teacher and she's just like, she records herself like eating lunch. And what's cool is like most of the stuff on the internet is like high protein, low calorie, do this, do that, do this. And she's just like, I'm eating because these are the flavors that I like. And I'm
Mhm.
like unapologetically eating foods I
Yeah.
like. Okay.
Eat
So
what you want.
she's taking a sweet potato and cooking it and then sticking cheese in it. Have you seen
Mhm.
this?
No, but it sounds delicious.
Guess what I had for dinner tonight?
Yeah. Was it good?
It wasn't bad, but I don't understand the hype behind it. So now I'm like, now I have a bowl of sweet potatoes and a block of this Budakase cheese, and
That that feels
I'm like
aggressive.
I'm like, "Sarah, pull
Don't be
yourself
so
together."
gullible. Pull it together. Pull it together. Pause for a second. I am not easily influenced, but I wanna show you something. Like I said, I'm not easily
Is that the migraine mask?
this is the migraine mask.
And you can put it in the we have one.
I just got it out of the freezer.
I love
I
it.
was influenced. Oh my god, it feels so good. I don't even have a migraine, it feels good.
Okay, I feel like you should just record the rest of the pod with
So
that on. We
so
have one too. Um,
so
and
I get it. I get the I get it because
okay,
I
but
was influenced to buy this.
I would rather be influenced by the TheraIce migraine cooling mask, uh, rather than sweet potatoes and cheese.
One is more expensive than the other though.
But, like,
It was a
okay,
joke.
so
I'm very easily influenced as well, obviously.
this girl, like, it's no knock at what she's doing, like, these are the
No,
flavors she likes. There are
but, like, why do we gotta try
disgusting
it?
things in the world that people like pickles, and that's what they like to snack on, and I don't understand it, like, that's so gross. But it's like, I don't think this girl started out of like, "I have this new hack, you have to try it, it's easy." It's just like, these are the flavors she likes, and honestly, I feel like she's like, "Well, I need to pack a lunch for tomorrow, and I haven't gone to the grocery store, so this is
This
what
is
we
what I
get."
got. This is what I got.
But it is
Um,
going viral.
oh,
So
I haven't seen the viralness of it.
if you're out there, give it a try, but
Buy
d
a sweet potato first.
yeah.
Yeah. I am a sucker for an influence.
Mm.
Speaking of things that I feel like feel aggressive, and we've talked about this could be an entire pod, which we maybe will do, but because I have rheumatoid arthritis and Sjogren's syndrome, rheumatoid arthritis, autoimmune, my joints are really, really hard for me, especially my hands. Beauty stuff is aggressive to me. Not just that, like, things are not easy to open when you have mobility issues or
Mhm,
joint
mhm.
pain. It just isn't. I got the Rare Beauty, a couple of, like, things out of the beauty line, and not aggressive, amazing. Everything she makes is easy to open. So, like, it's the first stuff that I've had, like, I don't actually have to ask somebody to help me open this thing. Opening things is aggressive to me, Rare Beauty not. Big fan.
I do feel like we could have a future pod on this because as somebody that does not
Yeah.
have like struggle with opening things like that, it's also something that I would never ever think about. And I
Mhm.
probably would like I wouldn't like roll my eyes. That's not the right thing to
Like,
say,
you
but
think it's a gimmick or something. Be like, "Okay."
exactly. Yes, I would think
Mhm.
it was like a gimmicky thing to like it's easy to open kind of thing, but
Yeah. We'll do a whole thing because I have a whole list of stuff that is aggressive because of my joints. Chairs is one of them. Um,
you have the migraine mask because the chairs give you such aggression.
I know there actually feels really good on my hands, to be honest with you.
Okay, so I wasn't influenced by this. I got it as a gift. Um,
Mhm.
but I got one of those ice rollers and I get sinus infections so bad. And when I feel like my
Mhm.
head is going to explode, that ice roller, there is nothing better to rub on my sinuses. So
Oh,
uh,
feels so good. Feels
it
so
does
good.
feel good.
Feels so good.
And this goes back to one of our original pods. This is why I keep my under eye masks in the refrigerator.
Yeah. I wore one this weekend. I wore a mask from the
Yes.
refrigerator on my eyeballs. Um The other thing that feels aggressive, and this is probably, like, getting older and my body just hurting in ways that it feels like it hasn't hurt before, like, wearing a bag on my one shoulder. Like, crossbodies I know aren't the rage anymore. I actually don't care if they're in style or not because, like, wearing a bag on my shoulder it hurts. It doesn't feel good, and then my back's out of whack for, like, a full week.
Okay, I must have been having like a quarter life crisis because when 100 years ago, when I was traveling so much for work, I had like just like your
Yeah.
regular kind of like laptop tote bag.
Mhm,
But I was
mhm.
carrying so much stuff on one side, I had aches and pains. And so many, 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 many years ago, I switched to a book bag
Same,
and I double strap it and I'm
same.
like, "Here we go." I don't look at the "it's cool to do one
Don't
strap"
care.
thing anymore, don't
Don't care.
care. My,
Care.
my carry-on bag, like, for my personal item on a flight, a book bag.
Same. I have 3 right here. I have a smaller one that's black, a medium-sized one that's beige, and then I have, like, a big one that can almost be, like, its own like, suitcase
Yeah,
that if I really wanna get. They all fit on the seat in front of me. I agree. I need 2 it needs to either have 2 straps or it needs to be a crossbody.
yeah,
'Cause anything on my shoulder, it literally is gonna throw my back out of whack. Back is whack
back
for
swag.
weeks. It
Yeah,
hurts, and it's aggressive, and I don't want to do that.
I just appreciate, like, being hands-free. If it's just over one shoulder, then I I might as well just carry everything in my hands because if I can't be hands-free, I don't know how to function.
Yeah, you need your hands at all times.
Mhm, mhm. Mainly
There's so
because I
much
talk with my hands.
that'll do
And if
it.
I'm holding on to a purse, how are you gonna know what I'm saying when I'm small talking?
With all my small talk. Speaking of easily influenced, our friend Kristen had this on when I saw her this, hoodie when I saw her, and I bought it.
Okay, I'd love the link.
It's my first thing I've ever owned from Lululemon. I
Oh,
don't get that. I don't get the hype. I mean, I do like I like some of their shorts, but I don't get the hype for
okay.
anything else.
I bought my first pair of Lululemon leggings, and I do not understand the hype. And I got the Aligns that
Mhm.
everyone raves about,
Yep.
and I get they're super soft,
Yeah,
But I feel like okay, I think some people like this feeling, but, like, it feels like I am not wearing pants.
I
And
love that feeling.
I think some people would like that feeling, but I'm like, it also feels like there is nothing holding me in. It just, like, it's out there. I like a little bit of compression on my leggings.
I do like the only thing that I think Lululemon is worth the money on for me, and it's probably not even worth the money, is their biker shorts. I
Mm.
do love their biker shorts because they're buttery soft and they're just comfortable. So I wear them for comfort, not for work. I mean, I wear them to work out, but mostly for comfort.
Yes,
But
I
if you like the buttery soft, ho can I introduce you to Costco? Because they have some of the best leggings in town. Now they only last you for about 12 to 18 months, but they are if you like buttery soft,
no, I
get
do
you
not
your
like the
Costco.
buttery soft.
I love
I
them.
like a soft legging with a little bit of compression. But,
Old Navy.
like, I like the Lulu leggings just for, like, lounging around, but it's like, why am I spending $100 on leggings to just, like, lay around?
I know. Yeah. It feels aggressive.
I do have a we are not sponsored by Lulu, but
No, I don't
because
want
I
to be. I
because
don't
I've
want to
just
be
said that
sponsored, and
I hate their leggings,
I
but
don't like
I do have, one of their, like, cloud bras
mhm.
that is I have worn it a few too many times, without washing, so I do need to wash it, but it is amazing.
You know I don't wear bras. I'm not spending that money on a bra. I can promise you that.
Their bras aren't expensive.
Okay. I don't know because I don't shop there, but I was influenced. I do love the finger holes. I'm always a fan of a finger hole.
Sometimes the finger holes are aggressive because they
They're
are
too
not
tight.
proportionate to the body type. I also think that things that are aggressive is when who am not vertically challenged, buy talls and they're still too short.
That has to suck.
It does. I literally had to put a pair of pants on today, and I looked at the size, and it was a tall, and I put them on, and I'm like, "Why can I see my ankles?"
Were they ankle length?
No.
Not by design. I just think women's clothing sizes are aggressive because, well, not even that. They're just horseshit. They're just
Yes.
horseshit. Let's call it what it
Well,
is. They're horseshit. They're
like,
fake and they're horseshit
there's very few things that men do right in this world.
sizes.
Just kidding. But why aren't all clothes based on waist and length?
I agree.
Let me measure my neck and my arm length, and I'll tell you the size shirt that I need.
Yeah. Yeah. I think women's sizes are aggressive and stupid, and it makes me really angry.
Yeah, it does, and I have said this before and I will say it again, buy the clothes that fit the body that you have today, and do not care what size that is.
For sure. And what we feel comfortable in. And that's the kind of whole thing with this aggressive talk. Like it is true for me that like some days I'm like, I can't believe getting out of a chair feels like an attack. I can't believe it's aggressive and I can't believe my body is here. And those days are hard. I am like my eyes are slouching at 8:30. I'm mentally exhausted by 3 p.m. each day. I can't put together a cohesive sentence some days from decision fatigue. I think it's part of where the cycle of life that I'm in, at least, can only speak for myself. And that's also okay because you know what's not aggressive is like I have a wisdom now that I've never had in my youthful years, quote unquote, because I still think I'm youthful, but like in my years where my body felt great and I didn't care what time something started and I didn't care how comfortable something was. I have wisdom in youth now, and that feels really good. So that's not
Mhm.
aggressive. I'm confident in my decision making, and I'm also like okay to try that. Like I'm okay to miss out.
Yeah,
So all of those things that we've talked about in previous pods, I think, are like really, really not aggressive. And like I love to be the old wise owl. I can't wait to be like 70 someday and just like tell people all my like everything they need to know about their life
yeah,
because like the world can feel aggressive. I'm not aggressive and that is the stance I'm taking. So
yes.
I love The little things are annoying, and some days I'm like, "How did this happen?" But then I'm also like, "Oh, I'm an actual adult?" Question mark.
Yes. I think
Yeah,
it's fun to laugh at the things that are aggressive
yeah.
but are necessary in life, and it's like, is turning on the big light the end of the day? No, but sometimes it can feel like that. Sometimes it feels like a personal attack.
Some days.
And, a lot of people are talking about rosters that they have, and my roster just looks like a laundry list of doctors that are needed for specialty reasons.
Yeah, that's all I got.
No, sometimes, like, ending a conversation can feel
It's
aggressive and it's
aggressive.
like, "You know what?" Like,
We're done.
I mean, I know when I am FaceTiming you, we run out of things to say, and I'm like, "I don't have
Alright, gotta
any
go.
other thoughts right now."
I don't have any other thoughts right now.
I'm not even gonna
So
tell you that I don't have thoughts or that I gotta go. I'm just gonna straight up end the call. I'm gonna get aggressive on ending calls.
that is it for us. We are Irish goodbying this podcast. Sip responsibly. Peace and cheers, our friends.